A crumbling foundation, the state of U.S. commercial real estate. The once robust and thriving sector is now facing unprecedented challenges that threaten its very core. The U.S. economy is facing a storm, inflation is soaring, interest rates are climbing. These economic pressures are creating a perfect storm, making it increasingly difficult for businesses to stay afloat. The commercial real estate market is teetering on the edge of a crisis. Empty buildings and for-lease signs are becoming a common sight in cities across the nation. For years, shopping malls have been struggling to attract shoppers. The decline began long before the pandemic as consumer habits started shifting. The rise of e-commerce has fundamentally changed consumer habits. People now prefer the convenience of online shopping over the traditional mall experience. People are no longer drawn to the allure of the mall. The convenience of having goods delivered to their doorstep has made physical shopping less appealing. The COVID-19 pandemic only exacerbated these existing problems. Lockdowns and social distancing measures kept people away from public spaces. Lockdowns and social distancing measures forced many businesses to shut their doors. Some never reopened. The impact was devastating. This has left many malls deserted, resembling ghost towns rather than bustling centers of commerce. The once vibrant spaces are now eerily quiet. The once thriving heart of American consumerism is now facing an uncertain future. The decline is stark and troubling. The decline of malls is a symptom of a larger problem, the oversupply of commercial real estate. Developers built more than the market could sustain. For years, developers built more retail space than the market could handle. This overbuilding has led to a surplus of empty storefronts. This overbuilding, coupled with the rise of online shopping, has created a perfect storm for the commercial real estate market. The landscape has changed dramatically. Property values are plummeting, and many mall owners are facing foreclosure. The financial strain is immense. The consequences of this crisis are far-reaching. The ripple effects are being felt across the economy. Millions of jobs are at risk. Local economies are suffering. The impact on communities is profound. The future of the American shopping mall hangs in the balance. The path forward is uncertain and the stakes are high. The retail apocalypse, a sign of the times. The term retail apocalypse has become synonymous with the struggles of brick-and-mortar stores. It describes the widespread closure of physical retail locations, particularly in shopping malls. This phenomenon is not new. It has been brewing for years, driven by a confluence of factors. The rise of e-commerce giants like Amazon has fundamentally changed the retail landscape. Consumers can now purchase almost anything with a click of a button from the comfort of their own homes. This convenience, coupled with competitive pricing, has lured shoppers away from traditional stores. The decline of malls is also a reflection of changing consumer preferences. Experiences, not just products, are driving spending habits. People are seeking out unique and memorable experiences rather than simply accumulating possessions. This shift has benefited businesses that can offer something special while leaving traditional retailers struggling to adapt. The retail apocalypse is a symptom of a larger economic transformation. It reflects the growing power of technology, the changing nature of work, and the evolving needs and desires of consumers. Ghosts of retail past, fallen giants of the shopping mall. The retail apocalypse has claimed some of the biggest names in retail. Over the past decade, we've witnessed a seismic shift in the retail landscape. Once iconic brands that were synonymous with the American shopping mall have crumbled under the weight of changing consumer habits and fierce competition. These malls were once bustling hubs of activity where families spent their weekends and teenagers hung out after school. Sears, once a retail giant, filed for bankruptcy in 2018 after years of declining sales. The company, which had been a cornerstone of American retail for over a century, struggled to adapt to the new retail environment. The company, which had once been a mainstay in malls across the country, closed hundreds of stores, leaving behind vast empty spaces. These empty spaces are now a haunting reminder of the store's former glory. Toys R Us, a beloved destination for generations of children, met a similar fate. The toy retailer, known for its wide selection of toys and games, couldn't keep up with the changing times. The toy retailer filed for bankruptcy in 2017 and closed all of its U.S. stores the following year. The closure left a void in the hearts of many who grew up with the iconic brand. The company cited changing consumer preferences and the rise of online retailers as contributing factors to its demise. The convenience of online shopping and the competitive pricing offered by e-commerce giants made it difficult for traditional retailers to compete. Payless Shoe Source, a discount footwear retailer, filed for bankruptcy in 2017 and again in 2019. Despite efforts to restructure and revitalize the brand, the company couldn't overcome the challenges it faced. The company closed all of its 2,100 stores in the United States, leaving a void in the mall landscape. The closure of Payless Shoe Source marked the end of an era for budget-conscious shoppers. These are just a few examples of the many retailers that have fallen victim to the retail apocalypse. The list of shuttered stores continues to grow as more and more retailers struggle to stay afloat in an increasingly digital world. Their closures are a stark reminder of the challenges facing brick-and-mortar stores in the digital age. As consumers continue to embrace online shopping, the future of the traditional shopping mall remains uncertain. Malls on the brink, a case study in decline. The decline of malls is not just a national trend, it is playing out in communities across the country. Many malls are struggling to stay afloat, facing declining foot traffic, store closures, and mounting debt. Westfield Palm Desert Mall, once a thriving shopping destination in California, has seen its value plummet by over 70%. The mall has lost several anchor tenants, including Sears and Nordstrom, leaving behind vast empty spaces. The mall's owner has defaulted on its loan, and the property is now in foreclosure. The American Dream Mall in New Jersey, a sprawling entertainment and retail complex, has become a cautionary tale of overambition and changing consumer habits. The mall, which opened in 2019 after years of delays and billions of dollars in investment, has struggled to attract shoppers and tenants. These malls are emblematic of the challenges facing the commercial real estate market. They highlight the need for innovative solutions to revitalize struggling properties and adapt to the changing retail landscape. Pandemic panic: how COVID-19 accelerated the demise of malls. The COVID-19 pandemic delivered a devastating blow to the already struggling retail sector. Lockdowns and social distancing measures forced many businesses to close their doors, accelerating the shift towards online shopping and exacerbating existing problems for malls. With consumers confined to their homes, e-commerce experienced unprecedented growth. Consumers, accustomed to the convenience of online shopping, continued to make purchases online even as restrictions eased. This shift in behavior further eroded foot traffic in malls, which were already grappling with declining sales. The pandemic also created a climate of uncertainty for retailers. Many faced supply chain disruptions, inventory shortages, and staffing challenges. These difficulties, coupled with the decline in consumer spending, forced many retailers to make difficult decisions, including closing stores and filing for bankruptcy. The pandemic highlighted the need for malls to adapt and evolve. It underscored the importance of creating engaging experiences, embracing technology, and offering a diverse mix of tenants to attract shoppers. The supply chain struggle adding fuel to the fire. Supply chain disruptions have added another layer of complexity to the challenges facing the retail industry and, by extension, shopping malls. These disruptions have been caused by a variety of factors, including the COVID-19 pandemic, labor shortages, and geopolitical tensions. Retailers have been grappling with skyrocketing freight costs, shipping delays, and a lack of available shipping containers. This has led to significant delays in getting products from manufacturers to store shelves. Additionally, there have been shortages of raw materials and finished goods, making it even more difficult for retailers to maintain their inventory levels. These disruptions have made it difficult for retailers to keep shelves stocked and meet consumer demand. As a result, many stores have had to limit the number of items customers can purchase. Consumers faced with empty shelves and long wait times have become increasingly frustrated. This frustration has led to a decline in customer satisfaction and loyalty. This frustration has further fueled the shift towards online shopping, where consumers can easily compare prices and find the products they need without leaving their homes. Online shopping offers consumers more options and greater certainty about product availability, which has become increasingly important in the current climate. The convenience and reliability of online shopping have made it a preferred choice for many, further impacting brick-and-mortar stores. The supply chain crisis has also put a strain on retailers' finances. They have had to absorb higher costs for shipping, raw materials, and labor, which has significantly impacted their bottom line. They have had to absorb higher costs, which has eaten into their profits. Many retailers have been forced to make difficult decisions to stay afloat. This financial strain has led to store closures, layoffs, and a reduction in the variety of products offered. Many have been forced to raise prices, which has further alienated cost-conscious consumers. This has created a vicious cycle of declining sales and increasing costs. The result has been a challenging environment for both retailers and consumers, with no immediate end in sight. The ongoing supply chain disruptions highlight the fragility of the global supply chain and the interconnectedness of the global economy. These issues have exposed vulnerabilities that many businesses were not prepared for. The interconnectedness of the global economy means that disruptions in one part of the world can have far-reaching effects, impacting businesses and consumers everywhere. They also underscore the need for retailers to diversify their sourcing, optimize their inventory management, and find innovative solutions to mitigate risk. This may include investing in technology, building stronger relationships with suppliers, and exploring alternative supply chain strategies. By taking these steps, retailers can better navigate the challenges of the current supply chain crisis and emerge stronger in the long run.